Hello, everybody. Yes, I know the title of this one's a bit sort of whimsical, perhaps. Maybe that's a nice word, whimsical? Yeah. And the photo on the thumbnail is a bit of a giveaway, but we'll get to that. Hope you're all having a good time wherever you are. This is being recorded at the weekend, but by the time it goes out, that will be a Monday. So, hope you've had a good weekend. I'm very here for some reason too. Mine's been fairly quiet. As many of you saw from the short on Friday, we had quite a wild night here. That thunder and lightning continued for a couple of hours. Looking out the window every now and again, even with the curtain shut, you would just see this flash and then great rumbles of thunder right over the top of the house. I haven't seen a storm like that in a very long time. So, quite spectacular to watch when I went through to my bedroom, looked out the back windows later on. Because I'm kind of up high, the way this block of flats is built on a bank, you can look away out. Nature in all its fury, I suppose you would say. Wow. So apart from that, well, yesterday was a bit of a washout. The weather wasn't great after the storm, so I didn't do much. I spent a lot of time in here reading a book I got from the library, so that was a leisurely afternoon, but it's still fine. And today I have been, short version of the story, I was meant to be going out for lunch with a friend of mine and their mum last month, but then their mum was unwell. But she had promised me, she says, no, 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 I'm going to take you out for your lunch anyway once I'm feeling better. And the last little while she has been feeling a bit improved, so she said, how about Sunday lunchtime? Oh, yeah. So went to a local restaurant, it was really nice. And simple old me, predictable as ever, had probably the simplest meal on the menu, fish and chips. I am a very predictable character, am I not? I am a very predictable character. But it was really nice, really nice. I really liked it. I had a day off previous Wednesday, took mum's birthday present through to her in the basket you all saw in the community post, and she absolutely loved it. She loved the pink rose, said she's going to plant that in one of her tubs once it outgrows the pot. She did that with one somebody gave her a couple of years ago, and it comes back every year. Beautiful big red flowers, so she's hoping this one does the same. I thought she might like it, but so that was good. I'm on a holiday in a week's time, so if the weather is like this, brighter, I will be getting out and about. I've got a new pair of boots, so hopefully I can get out for some nice walks, and I'll take you along with me for that. But as for specific plans, I don't actually know what I'm doing. Haven't figured that out yet. I'll work out near the end of the week. But I am looking forward to my holiday. It's been a long time coming. And as the title said, tea. Of course I've got a cup of tea. Of course I have. So I'm in the odd position of this is being recorded as normally when I would be cooking my dinner, but I don't have to today because I had something earlier on. All I got to do is maybe make myself a sandwich later, so that'll be fine. Now on to part 3. You know me, I am such a big Star Wars fan, and I couldn't help but include it in the thumbnail. I picked up a little TIE fighter. That's one from the sequel trilogy. It's actually a First Order one. Quite detailed. That's the First Order Special Forces TIE fighter. Unlike the classic ones in the movies, this thing has a crew of 2. You've got a pilot and a gunner. Slightly larger, beefed up structure too. A lot more weaponry. I think that's quite nice. Doesn't take up too much space on the shelf either. Comes on a little stand with the sort of, I don't know what you would call it, black starburst insignia of the First Order. I don't know what it's meant to be. I'd have to look that up. But for a small model, it's quite detailed. I do want an original trilogy TIE fighter to compare and contrast the two, so who knows, one of those may make its way to my door one day. But as it is now, I have a TIE fighter. Probably going to have to get an X-Wing, so I've got a Rebel ship as well as Imperial First Order, whatever. Can't have one without the other. But it's a start. I know, I'm a big kid. I know. I'm quite happy being a big kid. Yeah. So, I think I'll end it there. That'll do for just now, and I will see you when I'm on holiday and see what happens then. Have a nice time, everybody. Bye bye.